why don't we choose choose civs, talk about the matchup to start, and then sort of play it from there. Like, has there been a matchup or like a game that you struggled with recently?
Not particularly. It's normally just when I face people that are a bit higher. Like, say, if I'm playing at 2K and they're like 2.1,
Yeah.
2.2, their light cav micro is better than mine. They sort of just achieve more in the mid game,
Okay. Okay.
and then I'll overinvest into monks or something like that.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, why don't we play a game and then we'll talk about the matchup and the like how the game went afterwards. And I'll just play standard. I'm not gonna do anything like weird, my siege tower style or anything. I'll just play.
I mean, if I
yeah.
saw you were going for like a feudal uptime, I'd just wall my whole thing around. Just put a second layer in.
Yeah, but the thing is if I can go feudal uptime into boom or like into something else, if I see that you have, because I'm gonna have scouting because of the feudal uptime, I have map control with my scout, so I think you don't want to actually invest into a second layer of walls against that, because then I'm just not going to attack and I'm just going to boom, and then you're suddenly super far behind. So it's actually not good to reveal that you're playing too defensively to your opponent, because then they can just adapt. Yeah. Unless they're already committed, like say that I have a forward siege workshop or something, I'm already committed some resources, then you can justify committing to walling extra or whatever. But yeah, you don't want to just do that as a default, I think.
Okay, well, my most played normally is like Bengali and Bohemian. Those are the two ones. Maybe Byzantines. Those are the three ones I pick the most.
Nice. Okay, I sent you a link to the game, by the way, so you can join that. And yeah, then we can get the show on the road. I guess you pretty much exclusively play arena, or like mainly play arena when you can.
If I play the other maps, it's just normally like 1900 level, so like it kind of bounces between the two depending on what I'm playing. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I guess I'll go random civ, and yeah, you can pick whatever you want. It's fine.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll go from there. Cool. Yeah, we can pause throughout the game too if you want to ask about certain questions. But yeah, I will be mainly focused on doing what I'm doing here.
Trying to win the game.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Dravidians though. Okay.
3 years. Man, that's as old as my eldest child. Wild man. Never stop, never stopping.
All right. Maybe we can hang up the call and then go back after the game as well.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Here we go. Cool. All right. So hung up the call for now, and just so that he can come back and think of my thought process, how I'm playing, how I'm going to approach this, but without just revealing my strategy to him while we're playing. So Dravidians, what are their bonuses? We have plus 200 wood on each age. So that's plus 400 wood by the time I reach Castle Age, which is pretty good. We also have access to Elephant Archer that fires very fast and is pretty good. What else do we have? We have Woodsteel Infantry in the late game, which is probably not going to be great because he has really good gunpowder. Probably not going to come into play. Our light cav kind of really garbage because we don't have husbandry. They're still light cav, but they don't have husbandry, so they're not really that great. They might be okay, but it's probably not the greatest play. I'm gonna still play them. He is a bit lower ranking, so I think we can still try it. Because he did say that he gets out microed a lot by higher level light cav players. So I think that's probably what we're going to want to do here. See where he's at for that. And yeah, so if my best unit is probably Elephant Archer, because we have no mobility anyways. So it's like, if we don't have any unit that has mobility, Elephant Archer, it's not that much slower than, say, Arbs. And on Arena, I think it's the play. So we have Bombard Cannons these days. with this Civ as well, so we want to remember that. But of course, he can have chemistry on the way up and go for Hufnitze. So that can be a bit of a problem. This is definitely favored for Bohemians, which means that I probably want to end the game a little bit earlier. Now, I could play for the relics. It's not always the greatest when I want to end the game earlier, but I think it'll be okay. If we play for relics, we'll have light cav, which will give us map control, ideally. So we have to, if we're going to go for the relics, we have to go hard for the relics. Because we can't just go for the relics and then lose the relics. So if we want to play hard for the relics, we're going to want to go up a little bit later. And we're going to want to have like 5 farms and just spam light cav like crazy. And I think with the Dravidian's bonus of extra wood, I should still be able to get TCs down. So I want to be able to get 3 TCs while playing for relics. And in order to afford all of that, I'm pretty sure that the uptime is going to have to be like 28 at the earliest. So that being 28, 28, what's it called? 28 pop. There we go. We will need to go for wood at some point. Here we go. There you go. Thanks, Guanatal X. Yeah, we do have cheaper wood siege as well. So that helps the bombard cannons. So late game, we definitely want to be going for bombards and elephant archers. Elephant archers, a little bit hard to get to, though. So, you know what? Actually, Arb is probably better because it's easier to get into, and I need to end the game earlier, right? So elephant archers is more later game. I would do elephant archers against a civ like poles, anything that sort of struggles against heavy cav archer type units. But Bohemians, I don't know. They can struggle. I think if the game goes long, we want to transition to elephant archer. I think the opening should actually be Arb. Now that I think a little bit more about it, we open with Arbs, and then if it's looking like he's gonna be able to push me back, then I transition into the elephant archer at that point. I think that's got to be the play. Yeah, scratch whatever I was saying earlier. This is definitely a better plan. So we'll go up on 28. That'll give me enough. And we want to be adding farms here as well. So all of these villagers that are coming out are just going to add farms. A little bit of inefficiency. It wasn't perfect. I really should have gone for the lumber camp before the mill. I was just talking too much, but it's fine. Do you really a second lumber camp? No, this is my first lumber camp. We were doing a little bit of a funny build order. It's fine though. Like the build order on Arena is not that important as long as you know how to adapt. Okay. And we're gonna get that one. Last 2 vills to go to gold. And we will have a lot of extra vills here chilling because, well, since you're up so late, you end up eating all of the sheep before you're up. So you have to factor that in. But yeah, we're up. And, well, I should be in my base too because he can be up way faster than me. Actually, he will be up faster because he has cheaper blacksmith. I found 4 relics. Oops. I was drinking my coffee. If he goes YOLO castle drop. Well, we're going to have light cav, right? If he goes really early, then yeah, it's going to be kind of annoying, but should be okay. There's not a lot of space in the base, but we do have this back stone, so it's kind of fine. Yeah, instead of doing nothing with these, I think we're just going to go to here. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we'll have enough wood. Remember, we're Dravidians. Yeah. So we're gonna go market and stable. He's 1900, so he's actually good. I can lose this game if I don't play properly. He's at the level where actually playing against me is probably gonna be very informative for him. Get that. Now we can go onto the map again. Get that and that. Nice. Okay, let's get that going. Maybe a second wood line still would have been good. I don't know. We actually just have too many out here. It's fine. So yeah, as I said, we're gonna need to go full focus on taking the relics. We cannot make this a wasted investment. I shouldn't have shown this scout though. Now he knows what I'm doing. He's got spears. Okay, is this YOLO castle drop? These Bohemian spears are pretty strong. We're gonna have a lot though. I think I'm gonna make a spear of my own. We need to watch this side. We'll get the other TC as soon as possible. Guess we'll get, dang. Actually, my base is kind of bad. I'm just gonna get it here, actually. There he is. Oh. Ah, that's so bad. I thought Lycav was gonna come in earlier. It's fine, though. I lost kind of a few too many, but... Oh, wow. He actually gave me... Oh, whoops. I lost the guy, but... I swear not having husbandry is not great. Not the perfect micro, but... It's fine. This guy should come down here. He lost his scout, which is huge, because now I don't have to worry about it. He's obviously not... He didn't go for a stable. Here he comes. He has his spears, though. I mean, that's just worth it for me, so... This is why spears are kind of bad. I didn't find one of the relics. I think it's probably up here, though. Yeah. We can get another monk. Oh, he had, Oh, I should have deleted. I was a little bit late on the delete. I should have had the second guy there. Oh, he's so fast because he's Bohemians, right? I kind of forgot. Oh, what? This guy's actually tapped me. Oh, okay. Yeah, these Bohemian spears are really strong. They kill you in one less hit, I think. I got 4 relics though, so it's fine. Like losing these guys at the end of the. Oh no. Oh, nice. Oh, he got it. What? Let my macro slip a bit. I mean, come on, come. Yes. That's how it was supposed to happen. He will not be able to take this. Oh, he messed up. And spears just don't do anything. Oh yeah, they don't gain their faith back while they're carrying relics anymore. Probably should have been more on that. Anyways, it's time for me to go up. We're gonna make the ranges now. Got a bunch of farms with no farmer. Kind of bad. Here we go. Spawn MX. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the channel. We are actually doing some coaching against my opponent, so we're going to go through the replay after this. So if you want to get better at the game, stay tuned. That's what we're all about here on this channel. It's improvement. That was worth. That was definitely worth. And now we'll go forward. We want to get, oh, wait. Oh, I thought I had crossbowmen coming in. Whoops. Yuck. We definitely want to have ballistics. Oh, bunch of idols. Come on. Right here should be fine. think I'm a little late. Slightly. Remember, the plan is bombards. So we want to have chemistry instantly. Yeah, I'm slightly late on this. This should have been up. I should have sent a few more vills. I think I had a few more vills and then I sent them to gold. Racer. Take his gold. We want to watch this side as well. We just watch outside on the map. Here, let's try and force our way in. And we can get a siege workshop as well. And we can just slowly start taking out the front. We definitely want to have some outposts around the map now. I think I have the rally point set forward or something. Anyways, this is not a good rally point. Holy moly. Gonna have to buy some wood back because. Okay, how much are they? Yeah, they're only 150 for this civ. That's really good. I can probably get Arb here. Okay, that's good to scout. This is where the bombards are really good, though. Oh, DE, please. It doesn't have to be like this. That DE moment. Oh. Oh, what? The monastery somehow tanked those. Oh, you know what I didn't do was make enough production. Oh, come on, kill this. Ah. The regrouping forward is never fun. I kind of failed my macro a little bit here. Oh, what? Dude's just like going really far forward. You know what I should do is I should really be making these things. I totally forgot to think about that. Yeah, he's gonna take that out. It's whatever. I'm a bit late adding them. It's fine though. Oh, nice. Oh man, they're too slow. Gotta get my income going again. Oh, whoops. As long as we can maintain map control, it's fine though, right? I have so much res. I should probably make barracks as well. So we're gonna need something on the front. Nice. Should be good. And the good thing about having map control is that I can kind of just buy a lot of time. Oh, Hoofneetzes are gonna be pretty strong though. I don't know if this. Should be okay though. Okay, this is where we were thinking about going Elephant Archer, but well, it's probably not the play. I think just making skirms is good. Okay, we really need to... We need to get Wood Steel. Oh, he's actually over here too. It's not great. Not a lot of space in the base. $750 for that. We need to wait until we're maxed before we take a fight. We just need to max. If we max, we should be able to take a good fight. So this is where, well, if he adds in hand cannons, it's going to be a little bit tricky, right? If we can take a big fight here. Oh, thanks, pathing. All right, let's go. Oh man, he's got a bunch. Whoa. Man, Wagenberg Tactics is actually kind of OP too, though. Holy moly. These guys are just so fast, actually. Oh, he killed my relics. I didn't realize that. Yo, someone chop this, please. Oh. That's gonna be up. Oh, where are they going? Oh my god. They're like regrouping behind here. Nice. He lost all of his Hoofnitsa, though. Now he's spread a little bit thin. And this is where taking the relics was very important. I wish I had gold for the other thing. The elephant archers. He took all of this. Oh. Okay, I definitely thought I was gonna kill that a little bit faster. My bad. Production is what I'm lacking here. She just has too much here. Yeah, we really need production. Oh, that's pretty bad. Oh, what? Can't believe that didn't die. Final armor probably has some effects. What? He killed it. Oh my god, he's gonna get the other one too. Dude, he's playing so good. His death ball beats mine. That's the problem. In an open field, like, maybe it's okay. Can't believe I still haven't taken this out, though. I wish I was on Elephant Archer. Although, yeah, I'm not really even sure. He's gonna be out of gold, though, like, so it's kind of okay. I think that if I just keep this up, it'll just be okay. He has food monks. I think actually at some point it makes sense to add Dravidian Light Cav, and I think that some point is pretty much now. Just there's actually no more res on the map, right? I think actually I should have gotten the champs to go the other side. We really need to kill this. We can definitely trade skirms. It's fine. Man, where are the elephants? Why are they back here? We're finally gonna clean this, but the gold is all gone. Anyways. Okay, my guys are just randomly going forward, alright. It's pretty bad. Did I lose my monks, or are they chilling? I think I lost them. Taking fights out in the open is definitely gonna be good. Oh, we got bug line of sight over here, nice. Come from behind with these. Problem is they're just like so slow. Oh, he's gonna lose his hand cannons, that's good. Oh. Come on, lose this Hoofnitsa. Yes, nice. Okay, we gotta go for these now. Yeah. There we go. Okay, let's call. Yeah. Hey, wow. That was a good game though. Yeah, really well played. So, yeah, how did you feel about that one?
Felt pretty good because of how bad the Parkin on the light cav was. That was like a really good part of the game. But then I didn't like. So there's a part of the game you'll see it in the replay where I actually cancel chemistry to go up to Imperial Age, and I realized I should have just like gotten chemistry much earlier and then like tried to actually push. And that sort of like as soon as that happened and I saw the forecast, I was like really worried about what was gonna happen next.
Yeah. I think that I definitely could have pushed a little bit better if I had added more bombards or something like that, better micro. I probably overinvested into ARBs, but we'll get to that once we get there. I definitely made a few mistakes there too, because, well, of course, you're only slightly lower elo than me, so of course, I'm not going to be able to play a so-called perfect game here. But it definitely went as planned, and I would say watch the VOD of my commentary for at least the early 10 minutes or so. I completely planned out exactly how I wanted the game to go, and it sort of went how I wanted it to go, other than, well, of course, instead of winning with that early imp, I was able to just like fall back and kind of win the trash war later on, somewhat.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
actually one of the things I'm pretty bad at. Is that when I get to a trash war phase, like obviously, like I end up getting there quite a bit because my unit micro is not very good. And then if it's like a civ like Dravidians, like a really really strong trash war, I sort of
Yeah.
just like lose my gold units and bleed out basically.
Yeah, I mean, Dravidians, they have good halbs and they have good skirms, but the halbs weren't really going to come into play here, and the skirms are like, I mean, they're still skirms against Hoofnisa, so I think that Bohemians should still probably win this, because at least their light cav have the husbandry, and they have the final armor, don't they? Let me just check out.
The missing bloodlines are missing final armor.
Okay, yeah. They have blast furnace though. Okay, yeah. It is the final armor, but still, husbandry is really useful because, well, mobility is really important. I was actually about to add in Dravidian light cap there because it's like I just needed something. But anyways, okay. If you load up my stream, you can see it'll be. Actually, wait, no. I can probably share my screen on the Discord. And my computer should be able to handle this. There we go. Oh, wait. That's too high quality.
I don't know how far behind it is.
Yeah, it'll be like 2 seconds or something, so it's whatever. It's probably gonna be fine. So basically, what I was saying about the strategy is, yeah, Dravidian's not really great here. Just Bohemians being one of the top tier civs on the map, they're going to be a lot stronger late game, especially if I let you take the relics. So the only reason I was able to sort of fight this is because, yeah, you only got the one relic out front. So I think the first thing we'll just take a look at your eco management and stuff. I think it's pretty good though. Oh, oops, I'm pressing the wrong button. Oh no, am I in Japanese mode or something? Yeah, that's why it's going backwards. Here, let's go forward. Yeah, so I think the opening was probably completely fine. I don't think either of us really made any major mistakes here. I went up later. So if you know that your opponent is going up later like this, then the only thing that they can be doing is really light cav, pretty much. Going up later just gives you a little bit more resources to get light cav and boom going at the same time. So we'll actually compare the two different approaches, because you didn't make a stable, right? So
as you make a stable, but
yeah.
I'm used to when I make a stable, it's often like a 27+2 sort of build, like later than normal, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. And well, I think you learned firsthand this game how ineffective spears are as well, because they didn't do anything. Like even with good map or with good micro, it's really hard to make the spears work to actually protect the monks. If I want to kill the monk, I might lose some light cav, but I'm gonna kill the monk. So, yeah, I was able to get 4 relics just because of the light cav opening instead of just straight spear, and those were Bohemian spears too. So yeah,
I don't think it makes a difference in terms of how many hits it is to kill in Castle Age, but I could be wrong. I think it might make a difference for pikemen.
Yeah, like for scout cav, it gets me down to 1 HP. I guess if it's pure spears, A lot of the time you're fighting with scouts and spears though, so that's where it really you really see the Bohemian spear effect. But yeah, I think you're right. It doesn't affect the number of hits if it's pure spears. But I think it's still better to go for like 1 or 2 spears at most, and then with light cav. I guess as the Bohemians, you don't need to rush it. Like, you don't actually need the relics to win in this matchup, I would say. And so going for a bit more map control would have helped a lot, just to prevent that early imp push. Because, yeah, if I had executed it maybe a little bit better, then you're probably going to die. Your map is pretty good, though, with the stone and the gold in the back. You have the main gold forward, but it's not too far forward. It doesn't get ranged by my castle forward. So, you know, you had a pretty good map to defend with, which was pretty good here. And let's speed it up a little bit here. I think if you're going to have the barracks already, you might as well just make the stable. If you're going to invest already into the barracks. Yeah, 2. Oh, I didn't realize you went 2 monasteries right away. Okay. So, yeah, if you're going to invest into 2 monasteries, you better be taking more than 1 relic. That slowed you down a lot. So, yeah, I think you kind of have to play light cav if you're going to play like this, in my opinion. I guess the 2 monasteries, you have the gold shaft mining, so you're going to have more gold, but still. More monks doesn't really work against light cav. What was your idea here with the 2 monasteries?
First of all, I sort of, one of the things I realized why I shouldn't have done as well is because the relics are a bit far out. It's almost like silly to contest those 3 relics in your base once it's sort of light cav.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when I win it, I was just going to go standard like 3 or 4 spears into just like spamming production of monks. And then if we were both going to fight the war for the relics, I was going to have more TCs behind it because I'm about to get like 2, then 3 TCs while doing it.
Yeah. Okay. So only sending 1 villager to build the TC. I guess you didn't have the food income, you thought, or something? You definitely wanted to send 3 or 4. 3 or 4 vills on the TC is going to be definitely better here. Yeah, I guess you wanted to collect more resources, but I don't know. I think it's better to just get it with 3 or 4 vills, and then you get the other TC after. Oh, heavy plow. Okay, so you snuck heavy plow in as well. That slows down your 3rd TC. I think that before you get both of these upgrades, you should just get the other TC. I think it's just better, because having more vills, of course, increases your economy as well, and I think it increases your economy by more. Especially heavy plow. It's only going to pay off later in imp, or like early imp, you could say. But it hurts your boom now, which does kind of hurt. Like, look, you only have 4 on food, and so it kind of makes sense that you'd want to get the CC up later by using 1 vill. But I think just skipping heavy plow and making the farms probably would have been better. Obviously, this is happening right now, but we are floating a lot of wood, so straggler tree vills definitely could have been used to make farms a little bit earlier here.
They're about to make a TC on the...
Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah. Nice. But as you can see, my TCs are actually going to be up first. Even though I was up way later, my TCs are up way first. And we're actually going to take a look at the resources collected coming up. I'm not sure if that factors in the Dravidian free wood. I don't think it does.
Almost certainly not.
Yeah. Because I should be like 400 res up compared. Although, you like the shaft mining upgrade is pretty crazy too, though. So, yeah, we can keep that in mind. And I didn't get bowsaw until imp as well, which it just allowed me to have more light cav out early. It allowed me to just get my boom going a little bit more smoothly initially. And I think that should turn into a bit more resources collected here. Yeah, even here.
You will see a lot of wood get floated soon because I just like start microing monks like 1,000 wood.
Yeah. But
I was actually wondering because I mean, are these actually that great at trades as far as like I suppose 3 monks for 2 light cav, right? In terms of resources.
Yeah, exactly. That's not a good trade for you. Even though you have the spears, if you micro it well, you can definitely fight this. But like right here, you kind of have to stutter step. So you have to. What you want to do instead of converting with the monks, you want to move them this way. So basically, you have the spears attacking, and then you move the monks around the spears, so that the light cav have to kind of get hit by the spears to go grab the monks. You don't want to be standing and trying to convert with these because they're not going to get a conversion anyways. So it's like right here, you attack, and then the monks need to be moving this way. So then this guy's going to get killed instantly because he gets eaten by the spears. But if they're moving this way, around the spear.
When I'm looking at this, I think the bigger mistake is I actually thought I had Sanctity in for this, and it turns out I was actually 15 seconds away from it. I didn't actually realize
Yeah. That would have changed a lot. Actually, Sanctity kind of saved some of your monks later. But yeah, generally you don't want to have the monks just standing, because then once the light cav actually start attacking, they're not going to stop attacking. Whereas if you move them, they attack once and then they have to path to the monk again, but then they're just going to get bugged out. They're just not going to actually path properly, and then they're going to die the spears. So that's the better way in this kind of fight. And this kind of fight comes up a lot if you're trying to defend monks with the spears. So yeah, make sure the monks are moving in a circle around the spears. That's how you protect the monks. Yeah, and then ideally you have the spears kind of cutting the corner, like a few spears cutting the corner. So some of the spears running in behind to hit the light cav, some of the spears cutting the corner to go and protect the monk a little bit better. It's difficult to do, but you can kind of make it work. So anyways, moving on from that. Let's see. Yeah, you did idle your TC quite a bit, so obviously that's because you didn't have the food, not because you forgot. And part of that is due to just not having, or part of that is due to having heavy plow. So it's like getting heavy plow cost you however many vills that is with the idle TC. You can kind of picture it that way because of the 2 monasteries as well. I think if it was 1 monastery, maybe you can afford it just barely, but even then, not necessarily.
Well, because you were playing Dravidians, I knew you were going to go for Light Cave if you were going to go up later. So I figured like 1 monastery versus, if I was going to go for a small investment, it wouldn't even be worth it versus like that many Light Cave from like how strong the Castle Age Woody goes. Yeah,
but even with 1 monastery, if you just focus on getting this relic and maybe this relic, then it's probably okay. Because in the end, you did only get this relic, and I would say that if your opponent was 1900, you probably should have won from there. So I think that the smaller investment is better here because your late game is better. So it's like the bigger investment is going to be good if the relics actually matter a lot for you. Like say that you have the worst civ, but it's not completely over if you don't get the relics or if you get them. But I think in this matchup, Bohemians is just way better, so you don't have to invest that much into the into the relic war. If you get 1 relic, it's good, but no need to go too crazy on the monks. At least if you're going to invest more, try and invest into light cav, I would say, or even more spears, but the spears aren't great because, well, as we're going to see later on, of course, you get castle dropped, and that's because you didn't have map control, because you didn't make units to control the map in the mid game. We sometimes think of Arena as just Relic War into Boom into Imperial Age, but actually if you make military late Castle Age, you can gain map control and prevent the opponent from coming forward. So if I'm the way worse civ, Dravidians, I have to go for, I have to go forward for a castle early imp, and I have to do something. I can't just let you boom into Hoofneeds and I just die. So if you make some military kind of late castle to prevent this from coming forward, then maybe I have to make my castle back here. And also you would scout that I would be on crossbowman earlier. So if you had military in the mid game, you'd see my ranges, you'd force me to make my castle at home. And then, well, it's harder to get forward and you know what I'm doing. So it slows me down. You also know what I'm doing. It slows you down a little bit to make military as well, of course. So it's kind of equalizes there.
Well,
but then,
the crossbow was always going to be obvious. So like, there was never going to be any question of what you were going to go for in the early push. Because what are you going to go for? Elephants? Like I'm just going to convert them. It's got to be a crossbow for sure.
Well, I could go for like armored elephant push as well, but I guess it's kind of harder to scout that. Arb was definitely the obvious play for me as the Dravidians. There's no question about that. But I mean, technically, I could have tried to do some weird champion thing. It could have potentially worked with the cheaper upgrades. So you never really know, because if I have a really bad matchup, I might think to do something a little bit weird. If I just play standard, then you can counter my standard play. But if I play the technically suboptimal play and you go full skirms against it, well, the champions are gonna wreck. Like if I did open champions, it's gonna be pretty good, but I guess then you just go hand cannons, so it's like it's probably not gonna be good here, but yeah, anyways, That was kind of annoying to me that you got a pretty... Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty fast one. But it's worth pointing out that basically everything that happened in this game, up until like when the game turned, when the champions came out and I lost all my gold units, so it's actually pretty standard for like a game versus like someone who's like 2k, even 2k1.
Yeah.
And then but the difference is then they just like crumble. I just push them back, I kill everything, and then I win. And
Yeah.
we got like halfway there, but obviously we didn't end up there.
Yeah, exactly. I would say that personally, my strength is definitely in those trash war situations. That's sort of my namesake. So it's I probably am not as good compared to a lot of the other players earlier, like with this earlier stuff. But once the game gets going into that sort of Imperial Age, that's where I shine personally. So. It's
this
a
whole
little bit hard.
sequence here for the relic. It's one of the worst things here is I just floated so much wood and then I went back to put some farms down and that whole thing was a disaster. Whereas you can sort of see my wood count how ridiculous it gets out of hand, and I just miss micro this and not paying attention, too busy at base.
Yeah, you were focused a lot on this and then it didn't really pay off because I still ended up taking everything. So
I also swore that this guy killed the monk and then like the animation, and then it just didn't actually do it. And I was like, oh shit, that's even worse.
Yeah. What you want to do is you want to just right click the monk and then shift Q him away so that at the exact frame that he kills the monk, he just runs away. And then you don't have to focus on it.
Sense.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. So I wonder, do I do it here? I might not do it here. Yeah, no, I think I did do it there. So I'm pretty sure I didn't actually focus on this. I was looking at something else. He kills it instantly, and see, he starts moving instantly.
He runs for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I killed that and then shift queued him this way because I knew your spears were up here. So something like that. Really useful little technique. You added a 4th TC, which maybe slows you down a little bit to Imperial Age. So maybe not necessary, but I guess it's fine, I guess. What's the resources collected? So actually, you still maintained a little bit ahead of me. I did invest a lot into the light cav. Let's take a look at the eco. Yeah,
I'm not too surprised. I mean, I did actually kind of grade out for the eco as far as how much more you invested into the light cav versus monks are pretty cheap.
Yeah. And look at that wood difference. Actually, I guess I did get 400 free wood, but just shows actually Bosaw kind of sick, but you do give up some stuff by getting Bosaw. Okay, and so you're gonna go.
If I put down all those farms when I float all that wood, the food difference might actually be a lot closer as well. That's just complete mismanagement. That was like 15 farms of wood just sitting there.
Yeah. Honestly, I probably should have had Bosaw at this point too. What I should have done is got the boom started and then gotten Bosaw at like 20 farms, and then it would have been fine. But I actually kind of missed it. I was a bit late on that, so it should have been a little bit better. So that was definitely a mistake that I made here. So yeah, we go for the range, and this is where the lack of map control kind of hurts. You have 2 ranges here. It'd be nice to have a third. Like 2 ranges just feel like you don't have any production. Yeah, there we go. 3 ranges, it's like for early imp, it's okay. You want to get to once you're at like 5, I find that 5 ranges feels pretty good for a while. Of course, you need to add more later, but early imp, I think you can usually support 5 ranges.
I think I actually ended up with 4. It's just that obviously I'm waiting for chemistry anyway, so there's no like priority on it.
Yeah, exactly. But
all this chemistry I think is like a minute late. It's like if I'm researching it earlier and then they start coming out when you come forward, it might actually do something. But now even before I cancel it, it's like you already clicked that, right? I'm already like way behind.
Yeah, and of course part of that is the extra TCs eating up a little bit more resources. So it definitely has that kind of effect. And we're going into pikemen too. Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that you had a pikeman, so that's kind of weird. I think you saw the light cav and you were like, oh, pikeman counter light cav, but that was definitely a weird decision by you to invest.
I actually don't remember doing that, to be honest. That's one of those things where maybe just been like complete force of habit. Just keep getting. I wanted to move my monks forward because I for some reason I thought that you wouldn't be going forward, and then I was like, yeah, well, I want to have money for like a castle. I'm gonna get some pikemen and some hand cannons and move forward. But it's obviously these are thoughts that should happen like 5 minutes before this.
Yeah, we were just a little bit late in making those decisions. But it ended up being okay. But yeah, if you had just gotten chemistry in, made some hand cannons, well, I mean, I do have enough to deal with a few hand cannons. It's kind of okay, especially with the monks in there. But maybe it would have been okay. But yeah, this castle going up was pretty good by me. But look, your eco is looking pretty good compared to mine. So, the 4 TC definitely paying off. I probably could have had a 4th TC at some point, although I was spending kind of to the limit here. So, It's
I
kind
mean,
of
I
hard.
figured you would have idled a bunch to go up anyway. Looking at your idle
Yeah,
QC
yeah,
is
oh, yeah.
pretty.
Yeah, I had a
Faster.
little bit. Yeah, once I had 30 farms and like 70 vills, I was like, okay, it's time to go up. I need to make this happen. Need to make this push work. So let's see. Yeah, the next step is to look at the micro. You lost a few bombard cannons to my trebs, which kind of hurt a lot.
I don't know how easy that is to avoid, but given that I was considering deleting the monasteries so I have more room to maneuver them because they're just stuck with
Yeah.
between that gap there.
Yeah, yeah.
But also you can also just move them into the treb shot as well, which makes it kind of hard to tell like are they gonna get hit by it or not.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It is a little bit tricky. So this is, I think, the first time that I saw the skirms. So this is where I'm thinking, well, I already knew that I needed to make bombards, but I think I needed a second siege workshop for more bombards, because Dravidian bombards are cheaper too. So I mean, they are good, but yeah, the fact that you can just make bombards right away is just crazy. And then of course the monks to convert. So
I actually don't have redemption yet. And before I did, it's one of those things where you assume you have it and you don't, and then it's like that causes a bit of delay here.
yeah, I was kind of wondering why you weren't getting some big conversions of the classic DE regroup on those.
I mean, the regroup
cross-
this I haven't played much this patch, but the
Yeah.
regrouping's been horrendous. I've never seen it this bad.
Yeah, I think that they are fixing it on the, like, they have a pup build out right now, and I hear it's way better. So yeah, I have hopes for the next patch. So yeah, in this situation, you're just basically building at the bombards. I think you played this one pretty well, other than losing a few bombards here and there at this point. It went pretty well. I did end up getting a snipe here, but yeah, it's costing me some units.
I think you're losing more than I am here, as
Yeah.
far as like what happens shortly.
Yeah, exactly. I just couldn't quite push in. I
you
really
got it.
wanted to, but yeah, these bombards. Actually, do you have Wagenberg tactics yet? It's pretty strong.
No,
I guess not.
I get it soon.
Yeah, yeah. You just can't kill these bombards once they have Wagenberg tactics. Even my champions were like slower than your guys, pretty much. It felt like it anyways. So yeah, you almost need cavalry against them. But yeah, at this point, I think you push it back. No, I think I get another hit. Oh no, never mind. It like hit the monastery, yeah. And this is where I knew, okay, I'm getting pushed back. I started to macro poorly here. As you can see, I only have 3 ranges, so I started to add more, but it's kind of too late. If I had added these ranges and went skirms here, I think you would have been having a lot more problems. But my macro kind of dipped because I needed a lot of micro here, and it didn't end up paying off for me as well. So, yeah, it ended up being not as good.
Very soon, I get to a lot of my experience upgrades really soon. I'm maxed out, but I just don't make the kill in the next like 5 minutes, where like my tech is like way ahead of yours, and I have the army.
Yeah, yeah. So all these buildings just slow you down as well. So part of the reason of building these is that it just prevents you from going forward fast so that I can assemble my army. At this point, what I'm thinking in my head, like when you're getting pushed back like that, the number one thing I'm thinking, okay, I need to max out and I need to make sure I have my upgrades and then take a big fight. And that's the only reason I was able to win this, is because I took kind of like 2 good fights after I maxed out. After you'd pushed in, then I took 2 good fights to kill the Hufnitze and take out all the army. And I think your hand cannon micro needed a bit of work too, so we'll get there in a sec.
I honestly just wasn't even. I was too busy like macroing pointless stuff at home, and like not even microing the hand cannons.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was busy microing. I was also microing the Hufnitze instead. Like I suppose you can do both, but like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard to push in. These siege elephants from Davidians are kind of bad. I mean, they're good, but they're just so slow. So slow. They don't have any bonuses for them other than the regen, which doesn't even matter. I didn't even have it.
I did kind of wish I'd just built some rams to try and like just like idly take down your buildings and just ignore them while they're doing it.
Yeah, honestly, some rams would have been okay because I'm full ranged unit here for a while. I did finally get onto the 2-handers here, which ended up working. But yeah,
I actually saw that.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can see I actually started building some hand cannons because you revealed it way too soon.
Yeah, you saw it, right? So, and you actually were very aggressive taking the map here. This was really good. You sent, as soon as you got map control, you took this gold. As soon as you got map control, you went over here as well. So that was, I actually don't even see that on 2K2 level a lot. Like that was really strong. I didn't expect you to be so aware of the map. Maybe you were tryharding, but yeah, that was
definitely tryharding.
yeah. So that was really good. Like your pushing out here was really good, expanding to the sides here, because I I really wanted this gold. That was my backup plan. And I just couldn't
So-
take
so
this
from-
castle too.
From this point here, this is where it's always like, okay, now I win the game. Because it's very rare that I'll lose from a point like this. And obviously,
Yeah.
I shouldn't lose from a position
Yeah.
like this. But then just what happens afterwards, it just feels like I can never actually make the ground. I feel like I should have put a castle on your gold there. Just like,
Yeah.
put it down, deny all the buildings and that sort of stuff. Just like sacrifice 20 vills, just sack it all so I can get a castle right on top of your production.
Yeah, I think a castle here and I die. So, and like,
I mean, even further, like literally we have villas on the gold.
like
there.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even here, as long as it's supporting against the castle, it's pretty good. But, well, I'm basically just waiting for Max. And you did get a castle over here, but yeah, it was kind of off to the side. It didn't really matter. So, yeah, better castle position. If the castle was here, well, I was going to take a fight anyways pretty soon, but yeah, I guess you didn't.
I
No,
also
no,
kind of wish I'd gone into the light cab just so I could raid some of those villages in there. Just like
Yep.
punish it a bit.
yeah, exactly. Like, I can't really do anything against that. Here, you needed a bit of micro. Look, these two guys, or I kind of drew the hand cannon fire. Yeah, these guys are getting drawn over here. I think I'm drawing the hand cannon fire with the champions a little bit. Yeah, see how some of them kind of ran forward there? So the hand cannons weren't really being super effective.
anything.
Yeah, so just a little bit of micro. Even just issuing a stop command to them so that they just like shoot the closer unit once in a while is very strong. Because yeah, I was able to somehow push this back. The Dravidian skirms are quite good. But yeah, even here, like we're just losing hand cannoneers because I'm drawing the Hoofnitze fire with just these skirms. Like all of the Hoofnitzes actually just shooting these for so long. So that just tells me you're not
This is a
looking at
very
the
common
army.
thing.
Yeah, you just have to look at your army a little bit more. Obviously, don't look at it too much because macroing is important at home. But yeah, a little bit more unit control, I think, would go a very long way. This castle, yeah, again, good timing on the castle. But as you were saying, it would have been nice to get it up here. Just to kill the castle, be a little bit more central. Because if it's here, it's not even on the production. I barely even care. And of course, I can just make Trebs in the base. And well, it's kind of hard. So this fight, you didn't have enough hand cannons in this fight because you lost so many for free to a little bit earlier. So then the champions can do the
I
work.
think this is about where it's the beginning of the end as far as like now it's just like champions versus trash. It's just starting to get out of hand.
Yeah, that's what I felt as well, because I knew that there was basically no gold on the map. I knew that I still wanted to take this gold, but you did do a good job of keeping me off
By the
of
time you killed,
it.
yeah, you actually killed the castle right as the last goal ran out.
yeah, exactly. I was sad. I thought the champions would kill this faster. I don't even know. They just wouldn't kill the TC. I guess the one repair bill was just kind of crazy, but
I don't even remember clicking that repair bill.
yeah. Well, you force dropped, and this guy just didn't have any res, so he started repairing instead. That's what happened. Yeah, you had a chance though. You were assembling more Hoofnitzes, right? So if you can just get like 4 Hoofnitzes together with 35 hand cannons, this is still your game, I think. But you
Yeah,
just
I just don't know where to actually hit here. It feels like no matter where I hit, it just doesn't matter where I push it back, and it's getting really awkward to try and think of where I need to hit first.
yeah. Well, castles are always good. Like go from this angle. Go from this angle. Because if you go from this angle, my production's here, so I have units here, and I can sandwich you here. But if you're here, I can't really get behind you because you have these castles, right? So I'd have to go this way, but you'd see it. But yeah, I'm able to kind of go around this wood line this way a little bit easier. And yeah, this again, my skirms are just focus firing. All I'm doing is shift Q micro. I basically select the skirms and I right click and shift Q to the different hand cannon targets. And see, my skirms are just still on the shift Qs. They're still going
Yeah,
for the
I'll
hand
have to do
cannons.
the same, yeah.
Yeah. So, well, what you want to do is you just want to pull the hand cannons back. Then my skirms kind of go forward and die to your skirms. That's really the way. The hand cannons just need to be pulled back a little bit better. And that little bit of unit control is definitely going to be good here. Let's see.
I think about this point here is where it's the beginning of the end. Before
Yeah.
I'm not watching anymore.
Yeah, because remember, like you had 35 hand cannons, and where did they go? They kind of just died to nothing. Like, what did they accomplish? So I think if you just had 4 or 5 Hoofnitze with those 35 hand cannons, then you have the composition that can push. But you kind of had one or the other. You had the comp earlier, but a little bit more unit control is going to go a long way. So let's take a look just a little bit at the statistics here. in the end here. It was kind of even kill-wise, but you should definitely be ahead with your army. It's a little bit stronger. And
I think you had like less vills than me. Like I was on like 135 and you're on 120 for most of the game, which I should have deleted some vills at some point. But like, I think I did eventually around here. We got the same amount, but it was very awkward.
Yeah.
My vills.
Yeah, well, my units are a little bit cheaper, I guess you can say. Well, if you're adding in hand cannons and Hoofneeds, which you were, so I need to have more population in military. Basically, like higher villager count gives you more resources to work with, which is great, but lower villager count gives you more armies so that you can take better battles. So it doesn't matter if you're up against somebody with more resources collected, because you can just always take better battles. And I knew I needed to be taking better battles here because, well, your army is just better than mine. So the only way to beat your army is to just have more worse units. So I had to play with less villagers here, and
I just wish I deleted like 20 farmers when I went for the big push, and like actually because I had a bunch of stuff in queue, right? I wish I deleted them and got like an extra like 2 Hoofneeds, more skirms, more hand cannons, and actually just made the push work.
Yeah, that definitely could have been good. Cool. Did you want to do another game?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, let's do it. Cool. I will quit out of this one and set it up